Hello, 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 all of my wonderful, fragrant friends. I have returned. I'm still alive. I know it's often a mystery whether I'm living or dead. It's a new year, it is a new decade, so I thought, why not some new fragrance reviews? As soon as I start doing it, I remember how much I love it, so I hope you guys still enjoy these sorts of videos of mine, because I have a lot of them ready to show you. Anyways, so today I decided I wanted to do a limited edition fragrance. Now, this fragrance is a little bit older. It's hard to find, so you might be wondering, why is he even talking about this one? We can't even get it. You can get it if you are crafty, if you are resourceful. You can find this fragrance, but it's really special. It's really cute. I really liked it when it first came out, and I'm sorry that I didn't share it with you guys when I first got it. I got it back in 2012, if you can even, think that far back in the past. That's when I got it, and I'm going to talk about it today. So the fragrance that I'm talking about is from Nina Ricci. It's called Nina Fantasy, and it's a cute little fragrance with a cute little story that I'm going to share with you guys today. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's begin by looking at the box, which I love. Now, I always keep my fragrance boxes, but this one is absolutely a keeper. It's so cute. It has its own little story that it tells with the different pictures on it, and I'm excited to show you. So here is our Nina Fantasy box. So we have a bunch of different characters that have been sort of created for the fragrance. So we have little Nina. She is sitting here in the forest in her little fantasy world. She has her magic mirror against the tree. Some woodland critters have joined her for her little adventure in the woods. She even has little lanterns kind of attached to the tree, so everything is lit nicely for her. Along the sides of the box we have sort of the gateway to enter the forest, or perhaps leave the forest. Not that you ever would want to. And on the back we have her little magic swing that she likes, as well as our friends, Chickadee and Chickadoodle. They are just feasting on some delicious little sesame seeds there. And then on this side of the box we have some fruit, some more tree lanterns, and something else, like a box, a frame. It is a frame for a picture that has yet to be taken, but the night is still young for Nina. Oh, but it does not end there. No. Inside of the box there's actually a little surprise. It's kind of like I want to call it a comic book. It's not, but I'll call it that. So it's this little thing with a whole bunch of pictures inside, and it tells another little story about Nina. So here, once again, we have Nina in the woods, and then inside on our first page we have Nina sort of entering the woods for the first time. She has her fruit, her flowers, her friends, little Bamberino over there, her magic mirror, and she's about to enter her little fantasy woodland. And then she enters, and there's this beautiful gondola over the river, over the bridge. We have some more fruit. She's picking some flowers. She meets her friend again. And then she dies. The end. No, she doesn't die, but she's not in the final thing. But that is the end of the sort of foresty part. And then there's a part 2. So on the inside, Nina decides she's had enough of this woodland critter nonsense. She wants to go back to the city. So she goes back to Paris, and she's just shopping along the little boutiques. She has her bike there, but she's not riding it. She's getting some exercise. She's walking along. She's got a nice carousel, which she doesn't ride, but she thinks about riding. And then there she is again. This is her final scene. She decides, this is a nice little street, but I want to go home, and then she goes home. That is the end of the story. I thought that was a cute little thing to include. It's fun to kind of imagine and make up your own little stories, so it's a keepsake. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the bottle. So the magic, the fantasy, the dreamland sort of imagination continues on the bottle. So if you're familiar with the Nina bottles, you kind of know the structure, or the style I should say. It has the apple shaped main part of the bottle with the leaves and the little topper. So this time around, the apple is a nice white color. You cannot see through it. It is a solid white with beautiful gold leaves that are just kind of hanging over the edge. It says Nina Ricci on one of the leaves there, and this part is the topper, the cap, I should say. So our favorite little woodland critters from our story make an appearance on the bottle. We have little Bamberino there, having some cherry blossoms for lunch, Chickadee and Chickadoo. They're still eating those sesame seeds, and they're sort of thinking about it and how they're wondering where Nina is. Actually, it took me a while, it took me years to finally realize Nina is not actually on this bottle. I always thought she was on here. Like, I guess my imagination just went, off, and I always thought she was on the bottle, but she's not. She doesn't appear on the bottle, only on the box. We just have fruit, big fruit, little fruit, butterflies, and a lamp. So she was misplaced. She was replaced, I should say, by all of her little friends there. This is the 50 milliliter bottle. Now, it's been so long, I don't remember if it came in any other sizes. I think because it was so limited, it only came in the 50 milliliter. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's true. So that is the packaging. All right, now let us begin with the review of the fragrance itself. So if you are familiar, once again, with the Nina line, you know that they are sort of apple inspired, and also they have a bit of a sweetness to them, a citrus kind of sweetness. They all have this bright, sparkly kind of opening, and this kind of sugared candy apple experience to describe the heart and the base. So Nina Fantasy is similar to that. So I actually have, I'm a collector of exquisite items, and I consider these exquisite. So these are my Nina Ricci little blotters, my little tester strips here. I used to collect like so many of these of different like designers and everything, and I don't tend to use them. I like to kind of like save them, but for the sake of this review, I will sacrifice one of them. So on our official Nina Ricci tester strip, I'm going to spray Nina Fantasy. Now this, once again, has a very sparkly, imaginative kind of opening. I picture it to be like, ooh, I love it. It's like you entering the woods, like the twilight woods, and there's like pixie dust everywhere. Like her little lanterns all over the trees that we saw in the box and the bottle, those are all slowly lighting up. So the three fruit that are in the top are bergamot, mandarin, and pear. So it's not like sharp citrus, like there's no lemon, but it is, the orangey kind of fresh citrus, and the pear makes it very smooth and nice, and it's a nice, inviting kind of opening. But the main signature of Nina Fantasy lies in the heart, and in the original Nina and some of the other sort of versions, they always had, the mandarin and the bergamot. I think pear was actually in a couple of them, but this one, its sort of signature exclusive kind of note is the cherry blossom. It has cherry blossom as well as some softer nuances of rose and heliotrope. But the cherry blossom is the one that sort of comes out the most. So it ends up smelling like this enchanted, soft cherry fragrance that's a little bit citrus and fresh, and also a little bit sweet. I would say that it remains in this sort of cherry fantasy island for most of its, most of the duration on your skin. But do know that in the base of the fragrance we have our vanilla and our brown sugar. So that is what gives it its more sweet kind of fragrance, keeping with that whole, fantasy, woodland, everything's kind of cute and fluffy and beautiful. It comes from that nice warm sugary base. All of the Ninas sort of have that kind of vibe to them. They're all a bit cozy, and this one is certainly no exception. It is a nice, warm dry down that has sweet cuddly kind of vibes to it. So if you think of like, you know, our little woodland critters eating their little fruits, living in their forest, that's the same kind of vibe. Like it has that cherry blossom vanilla kind of sweet scent on your skin that lasts quite a while and is overall just very comforting and very nice. It can really be worn anytime. Like the citrusy, sparkly kind of opening makes it acceptable for like spring and summer, but the warmer brown sugar vanilla dry down makes it okay for fall and winter, and that cherry blossom, which again is its main signature, that kind of makes it just all season long. So it could be used whenever you want, day or night. I think it's just a nice little special kind of fragrance. Now, because this was a limited launch, there was no lotions or shower gels or anything like that. I'm glad that I got a bottle when I did. It is sort of harder to find now because of the life of the fragrance is kind of like over now, but the memory, the fantasy, if you will, lives on forever. And if you are a collector of the limited editions, you may be able to still find this on certain websites, but you won't find it in stores. I love limited edition fragrances. I have so many of them, and I know their time has sort of come to pass, but they'll always be special to me, and I actually want to kind of share a lot of them with you guys. So most of the reviews I've been doing, or at least filming, have been like special limited ones that that I want to share with you guys. So anyways, that's my review of Nina Fantasy. I'll do a quick little summary. So let's bring the whole adventure here. So Nina enters the woods with a sparkling pixie dust opening of bergamot, mandarin, and pear that settles nicely into the heart of the fragrance, which is the cherry blossom, with some small nuances of rose and heliotrope, but mainly staying in that soft cherry kind of vibe, ending with some brown sugar and some vanilla to make it a sweet, well-rounded, kind of cuddly, cozy fragrance. Perfect for day or night, spring, summer, fall, winter. It's kind of an all-year-round fragrance, and it's cute. That's like the best word. It's like a cute little thing. Okay, so that's the end of my Nina Fantasy review. This is the first review I've done in quite a while. I had a really good time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, if you are one of my longtime subscribers, thank you once again for sticking by me during all of these times, the good and the bad. And if you are a new visitor to this little fantasy world of ours, then I welcome you. Thank you for becoming part of our little family here. You can subscribe if you enjoy this video. You can like it if you liked it. And if you want to let me know in the comments, I actually have a couple different Nina fragrances, limited edition ones. This one's actually my favorite, which is why I kind of wanted to do it today. But let me know, what is your favorite limited edition Nina Ricci fragrance? She does pretty much one per year and has been doing that for quite a while. And if you guys are interested in more of these ones, I can do a couple more. I do have another one. Actually, it's right behind me. Can you see it? Oh, you couldn't even see it. This is another one that I have. I'll just put that back. Okay guys, I think that's the end of the video. I enjoyed strolling through the forest with you guys. Me and Nina both really enjoyed your company, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a bit silly, wasn't it? But that's me. That's how my videos are. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you next time for some more fragrance reviews.